All right, diving in today, and we're looking at XRP.
XRP, yeah.
You sent over a technical analysis report. It's got a price prediction, some potential trades, all for today, March 30th, 2025.
Right.
So let's just get right into it.
Okay.
What is this report telling us about, like, the immediate landscape for XRP?
So XRP right now is sitting around $2.20.
Right.
The report highlights a couple of key zones. So $2 is like a crucial support level,
Okay.
like a price floor.
Gotcha.
And then $2.22 is the resistance level.
Okay.
So that's like the ceiling for upward movement.
Okay, so we're kind of watching this tightrope walk between $2 and $2.22, essentially.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, this analysis uses technical indicators. And I think, for some people who aren't glued to charts all day, every day, maybe just a quick kind of like, what are the short-term indicators telling us right now?
Yeah, so it's some interesting things. So there's this potential near-term headwind. The report points to what's called bearish divergence on the relative strength index,
Okay.
or RSI.
RSI, okay.
And that basically means, like, imagine the price making slightly higher peaks.
Okay.
But the RSI, which measures the strength of the trend, isn't following along.
Gotcha.
It's kind of this subtle warning sign that maybe upward momentum is fading.
Interesting.
And then we also see a downward crossover on the MACD.
Okay.
And that's another indicator that can signal this shift towards lower prices in the short term.
Okay, so short term, there are some caution flags up.
A little bit, yeah.
But the report also kind of like, it talks about a longer term view too, right?
Exactly. So if we zoom out a bit,
Okay.
the analysis identifies what they call like a multi-year channel that XRP has been navigating.
Okay.
And this broader pattern suggests that, there is this underlying tendency for the price to move upwards over time.
Gotcha.
But that really hinges on it staying above that $2 support.
Okay.
So you've got this tension between these short-term bearish signals and a potentially bullish longer-term trend, provided that key level holds.
Okay, so $2 is really like the key number that we're watching right now.
Yeah, seems to be, yeah.
What does the report kind of say about, like, the potential price paths depending on whether or not that level holds?
Sure. So if XRP can stay above $2,
Okay.
the report suggests that the next likely target is to test that 222 resistance.
Right.
So that's kind of like the immediate upside scenario.
Gotcha.
But if $2 gives way,
Okay.
the analysis is anticipating a possible drop towards 195,
Okay.
which would be like the next area of potential support.
Okay, so those are kind of like the price swings, the potential price swings.
Yeah.
Now, the report gets into some actual trade setups.
Right.
So let's talk strategy a little bit.
Okay.
What's the first setup that they outline?
So the first one's a long trade, so a buy position.
Okay.
And they suggest an entry at $2.05,
Okay.
anticipating that bounce off that $2 support. To protect against losses, they recommend a stop loss at 198.
Okay.
And then the target for taking profit is 220.
Gotcha.
So this setup offers like a potential reward that's, roughly twice as large as the potential risk.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds like a move for somebody who believes that $2 floor is going to hold.
Right, exactly.
What about if it cracks? What's the strategy there?
That's where the short trade comes in.
Okay.
So that's the sell position.
Okay.
The entry is suggested at $1.99.
Okay.
Just below that $2 breakdown point.
Gotcha.
And the stop loss, to limit the potential losses, is placed at 205.
Okay.
And then the take profit target is 195.
Gotcha.
So the potential profit there is, about 1.3 times the potential risk.
Okay, interesting. So they've got, clear entry, exit, and loss prevention levels for both scenarios.
Yeah.
They also talk a little bit about, like, how much capital to risk on these trades.
Absolutely, and that's actually crucial.
Right.
They really emphasize managing your risk by only allocating a small portion of your trading capital to any single trade.
Right.
Generally, they recommend like 1 to 2%.
Okay.
And I think given the volatile nature of crypto, and XRP in particular,
Yeah.
careful position sizing and close monitoring are essential if you're considering acting on any of this analysis.
So to kind of summarize, what we're looking at right now,
Yeah.
short-term indicators, maybe a little bit of a dip, but longer term, there's this, potential for upward movement.
Right.
But it all comes down to that $2 support level.
Yeah.
And then they give us two very distinct ways that we could potentially trade this based on which way it breaks. I guess, like, what's the biggest takeaway for you from all of this?
I think what's really fascinating to me is just that contrast, right?
Yeah.
Between those immediate bearish whispers,
Right.
but then potentially like a louder bullish song in the long run. And it just really highlights how these different time frames can paint very different pictures in market analysis, right?
Absolutely.
Someone just looking at the next few hours might see a sell signal,
Yeah.
while someone with a wider lens might see a buying opportunity if that $2 level holds strong.
It's definitely a very nuanced picture.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, this is just one technical analysis
Right.
for XRP for today, March 30th.
Right.
I guess thinking beyond these charts and indicators,
Yeah.
what other like pieces of the puzzle might you be looking at as someone who follows XRP to kind of get a fuller sense of, you know, which direction it might be headed?
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
There's always more to the story, especially with crypto.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll leave it there for today,
Sounds good.
and we'll be back next time with another deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
See ya.
See ya.